Welcome back to another video, and I'm just going to show you what I get up to on like a day to day. And right now I'm not in any pajamas or anything. I am like in gym clothes underneath this, but I've got a comfy jumper on. I am just planning business stuff, what I've got to do for the circuit classes, where I want to take my brand, things that I want to do. And it's just starting off in my living room, and I know that I'm going to look back on these videos in years to come and just think, look where I came from. And recently, I've been in a bit of a rut. I've been not really feel like I haven't really made much progress, and it's just because I've been a little bit stuck. What am I doing? Where do I want to go? And that's what this is for, is to really put it into practice, plan everything out, and then know where I need to go from here. So I'm one of these people. I procrastinate quite a lot. I really go over things in my head. I get hooked up on it, and then I don't end up doing other things. With business, I'm learning as I go, like most people do, or pretty much everybody does. And it's been about a month now since I've been self-employed, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a really big change to the system, trying to get used to it. Obviously, I'm so used to going to a job. Now I have my own, and I can work from home and make money from my laptop. I can go to the gym down there and train some clients, or I go to the circuit classes. And speaking to all of you right now, what I want to do is I want to put it out there, but now because I'm going to say it, I really need to work towards it, and that's what I'm going to have to do. But I have a huge inspiration through and by F45. If you don't know, they are just like a functional training class, basically, that a man called Rob, and I think some other people maybe helped created it, but he started it off, and within 6 years of it being around, is in 33 different countries, and it's insane. And he's got a huge franchise, and that's something I want to do with SNF. I really want to one day build a franchise from it, have it all across the UK, take it around Europe, take it around the world. And I think that would be amazing. And that's something that's going to take a long time. Like right now, I'm getting like 5 people in my circuit classes. The other day I had like 12, but that was because I wasn't here on the Wednesday and everyone went on to the Monday class. So, it's making sure that I can build this consistency and build this brand around my town and really promote and really get SNF out there. So then I can literally get to the point where I've mastered it in my own hometown, that I can then go and do it somewhere else. So that's what this brainstorming is about. Right here, I have my book from Seth Godin about This Is Marketing, because I just need to learn. I literally need to do as much as I can. And I put a quote up on my Instagram, and I just said about how, when I was 15 years old, I remember saying to my mum that I thought 40 was really old. And now I'm 20 and I feel 40 is really young. And it's just having that mindset. You have time. You have so much time. And I know when I get to 40, I'm going to feel like I haven't even started. So let's go. So what I have right here is my whiteboard pens. This is my brother's whiteboard, but he doesn't use it, so I'm going to be using it. And this is some of the stuff that I already have on here that I don't really need now, so I'm going to rub off and then create new goals. Laptop's all set up, ready to go. So it's going to be a very productive day. It is like 1:30. I was getting a load of editing and stuff done this morning for like Instagram and everything, so I can get like my pictures done, I can get my quotes, I can get some videos up and be there on social media. So up to date, everybody, reply to messages, reply to emails, message clients, do their check-ins and stuff. And now it's time to get the business going. It's going to take some time, but I'm excited. And one day I just want to bring like clothes out and just do like process. Love it. So I put that on time lapse for a little bit, been coming up with some ideas, brainstorming, and this is what I've so far come up with. It hasn't been too long, but again, just how to market the SNF circuits, obviously Facebook and Instagram adverts. I am going to create a separate Instagram page. I've obviously done that with Facebook and got like a private group and stuff, everyone on there. Posters around town, flyers as well that I can put into shops, and maybe like my business cards as well. and then maybe even some door to door, but depending what my ROI is going to be on that, as obviously I need to make sure that I'm making money back off of it and I'm not losing anything. Obviously most businesses in the first year, 90% fail, and a lot of them lose money, which is understandable. Like shout outs from obviously like friends, maybe some influencers, maybe like bigger within this area. Because the thing is as well, is where I want this to be like a franchise or something eventually in time, I don't want to neglect just still getting it out there. So obviously I want to do it within this local town too, but obviously podcasts, so the SNF podcast as well, which is why I want to try and get bigger guests on, because then if they promote it, it gives eyes to the brand. So then eventually one day if I decide to go, all right, we got enough money, we can scale this, and we go, all right, I'm going to open an SNF circuit class up in London, and a lot of people in that area are familiar with the SNF brand, it might get traction quite quickly. Also going into after school clubs. So my secondary school I went to, so TPS, can go in there. I can see if that's something that maybe I can do if they've got time for it. And then with that, I can then try and get parents involved as well, giving out flyers there, and see if that's something that can work. And then obviously infant schools as well, even what are they called? Infant school, junior schools, that's it, junior schools too. Even like the local newspaper, but again, it's quite expensive to be in there, and personally, I don't know. Again, it's just getting the brand out there and it's being aware, but I think I'd get more of an attraction, so to say, by just doing like the posters and stuff around town that will constantly be up and people will constantly see, and then they'll get familiar with it. Whereas if they just see it once in the paper that I'm not going to continuously promote in there, they might see it and just kind of forget, and it's not going to be a big deal for them. The idea of franchising this business, I know it's going to take years, and maybe in time I can get someone interested, and maybe I can get an investor. I don't know. This is all something that I'm literally just talking and thinking. In time it's going to make more sense. I'm going to understand where problems lie, what can I do better at. But right now, the next step for me is obviously I need to build up the classes continuously in the hall, and step by step. So I'm getting maximum 7 people a week in some of the classes. So I need to make sure that I can get up to the 16 that is the max for the hall. Once I continuously get that for a good couple of weeks, a couple of months, I'm going to look into maybe trying to get like a gazebo, trying to get something that I can then have myself that's going to save me money, and then areas that I'm able to do that. And yes, I know it's a little bit cold right now, so it's trying to find ways to make sure that that heats up, or quick ways to do it. To be honest, obviously everyone's gonna be working out, but then again, you're thinking of a gazebo. If you want to get like 16 people in there, it's going to be huge. That's going to cost a lot of money. So again, I'm just brainstorming, just coming up with ideas. But this is what it is. Like, this YouTube video is just going to be about, you know, me having a creative day, me not being too busy, because that's my problem sometimes. I'm really, really busy, but I'm not productive, and I don't get a lot of stuff done. And I feel like that's where I slack. And that's why I've made sure today I've got my clients later in the evening and I'm getting my stuff completed. So as you can see right here, I am looking at gazebos. For some weird reason, I used to think they were called gazebos, which is strange. I'm not sure why I used to think they were called that, but as I've been looking, the prices aren't too bad. They range from around like 1,000 up to £2,500. Which again is still expensive, but instead of having like a steel building and stuff that's going to be like £13,000, and then like the land and stuff, you know, it's a bit more, I'd say realistic. But then I'll start to do my planning, and I'm like, look, on the days where it's summer, it's like, oh, that'd be a great idea. But then if it's summer, I won't need one. I can just be outside anyway. But when it comes to obviously the weather not being as good, it's like, great, the gazebo will keep the rain off everybody, or if it's cold and stuff, because I can get like some like those portable radiators, I believe. I realized, well, the ground will still be wet depending on where I go, so unless I then get some flooring. But then again, it's like, it's going to take about an hour or so to set up the gazebo, then put the flooring down, set everything up. And it's like, is that really time efficient for me? Is that worth it? How long would it take me to make my money back for the gazebo? So it's just trying to come up with all this stuff. Where would I put it? Would I have permission to put it in these places? Would it be allowed in Petersfield? Would it be outside of Petersfield? What would be the travel distance for people to come? But then again, if people like the classes, that's really kind of down to them. But this is the thing, this is trying to come up that yes, the gazebo is a good idea, but long term, is it really? I really don't know. Would it just be better if I rented out like a warehouse or something? But then again, it's trying to find one of those in Petersfield, because if people come to the circuit classes and then for some reason they need to go to the toilet halfway through the class or at the beginning of the class, and I don't have one, and I'm in the middle of a field, it's not going to be the best. So yeah, it's just brainstorming, trying to come up with different ideas and stuff from where I want to try and aim to. And especially if I want to franchise this, probably going to gazebo is probably not the best idea. I might as well just go and rent out a building itself. Also, speak to people who are doing it. That's what I'm going to learn to do as well. Try and get people on podcasts. Like, how did you find it in regards to like renting out properties and things like that, to try and get your classes in there and try and see what I can do in other areas. Right now, I'm in a good position with the hall, but it's just when I want to try and scale it and get bigger. So, and then it's reverse engineering that. So it's knowing where I want to be, how much it costs, and then what I'm trying to do is then all the other stages, how much money I'm going to need in order to achieve those targets and those goals. So I don't know. I can still keep it there, I guess, as one of the options, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the most. I don't think it's probably the wise option now. I've kind of put out there, I've spoken about it, and I've done a bit more research on it. But I guess we'll see how the next couple of weeks plan out. So what I've been looking at over the last couple of weeks as well is coming across people like Tai Lopez, looking up people like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has 92 streams of income, which is crazy. And it just makes me realize, like, I need other streams of income too, and I can keep putting this back into my business and allowing it to grow. So right now, obviously I have 2 businesses, if you call it that. So obviously you've got the one-to-one personal training, and then I've got my circuit classes. Right now I'm making more money from my one-to-one personal training than I am my circuit classes, but I want to really scale my circuit classes and have that big, like I mentioned, which is something and a huge goal of mine. But at the same time, I realize there's a big market online, and obviously my online service I was doing, I wasn't happy with it, but I want to do somewhat like a subscription, maybe through like one of like the fitness apps, where like maybe I can promote and upload videos each month that then people pay like $9.99 for, and it's really, really worth their money. Or maybe do something like maybe like a 90-day plan or something where people pay a little bit more for, that then has all like the food diaries and recipe books and tracking and all that stuff. And that's another way of just making an income, and then one day start doing like clothes and merchandise and things like that. But okay, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it's just trying to think in my head like other things that I can do, even just buy and sell stuff on like maybe like eBay, Amazon, try and get a bit more money on the side there. I've done that with some watches that I've sold and got a little bit of money for. I was doing that with my old laptop, and yeah, it's just finding ways to just keep like the income coming in, because there's so many ways of doing it. It's just like my problem was beforehand, I'd get so overwhelmed and I just never ever kind of like get around to doing it, because I just get so into my head. Whereas now I've got better at it. It's just taking the time to actually think through things instead of just acting, and actually just understanding it and then knowing what I need to do and then go forward with it. And it isn't about the money. Obviously, yes, I need to make a living and I need to have other source of income as well, like trying to scale this business. But for me, at the end of the day, I want to bring value to people's lives. I want to show them the benefits of fitness, how it can affect your life for the better. And that way you're going to grow a business, because you're going to be able to impact people. You're going to build relationships with people, and your business is going to mean something to them. It's not just about money, and it's just like, oh, I don't even enjoy this class. Like, they will invest themselves into your business because they can relate to it. They love what you stand for. And that's what I'm trying to build. That's what I'm trying to create. And it is going to take some time, you know, when you have like a friendship with someone, like people have had friendships for like 5, 10 years and of how strong they are. And if I can do that with my clients and members and things like that, like that's amazing. So yeah, it's just going to take some time. And this is an insight on, you know, what I do, what I get up to at home some days, where it's not all clients go, go, go. I'm really, really busy. It's sometimes you've got to take these days where you're in your head, you're thinking, you're planning, but like in your head in a good way. Not like I mentioned before, where it's like bad, but you're just coming up with ideas. You're just trying to figure out, plan for the business. And I'm new to all this, so it's exciting. But this is a different type of video. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. I just thought I'd change up a little bit. So if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel because we're nearly at 400. We're like 2 subscribers away. So that would mean a lot. So thank you guys. And I'll see you in the next one because I do have a good one coming this Sunday.